welcome to the crack of dawn. Oh my gosh, I didn't even know we were filming tonight. 2 weeks already. May 1st, we had on Simon Dostal and his mom, Elena Champa. That was so fun. So anybody that needs some live music, you know, you call them up. It's so fun. Oh God, I thought we'd do something a little bit different. So last year, I'm not sure if you knew this, but I was teaching high school last year, and now I am back to elementary school. And I thought anybody that's tuning in tonight and you've got kids at home, watch my episode. Now, you don't have to have kids at home because you could have grandkids. And you're thinking, oh my gosh, next time I see my grandkids, they're going to go wild and they're going to think Grammy or Grampy is so cool because he knows how to make this great project. It's so cool. So I've been making these with my elementary school kids. And you open it up, and I know you probably can't see. I don't think I'm hooked up to this thing, so I'm getting up, Rich. Hold on. Just for a second. Okay, I'm going to come over and show you what it's going to look like. It's the coolest thing. So if you see it from the side, it's a pop-up card, and it's a shark, see? And kids go wild, absolutely bonkers, okay? Doesn't have to be a shark. It could be whatever they want to be. I'm going to go back over here and sit down quick. I'm going to show you how to do it. So next time you're with the grands, I call them the grands or the littles, you know, we all call them the littles or the sweets. I'm going to show you how to do it, okay? It depends on how great you color to make it great like this, but I'm going to show you how to do it. And I thought it would be a great, interesting thing because we go down to the Cape and Martha's Vineyard. I mean, for as far as I was a little girl, we've gone to the Cape and Martha's Vineyard. Here, I'll show you again. It's so cute. And they've always said, you know, nobody ever mentioned sharks before, and now it's like crazy. And even if you bring your kids now and you're like, okay, we're not going to mention it, we're just going to let them swim and have fun, and we're not going to say anything. Well, guess what? Every beach has a huge picture of a great white shark. And, you know, if you can read and you're 4 or 5, then you're going to know that, oh, this is kind of weird and it's kind of scary. So you might say to your mom and dad, oh, this is crazy. I don't know about this. So this might be a great little project to bring up, that sharks are really cute and they're just fish. And yes, they're mean, but they're really trying to attack a seal. So no wetsuits, you know, don't put your kid in a black wetsuit. My daughter used to swim around in this mermaid fin that she bought. It was like $100, but it literally looked like a seal. She'd swim around in the pool and she'd, you know, kind of make her body look like a seal to do that. And yeah, don't do that. But anyway, it might be a great little opportunity to just say no reason to be afraid. You know, these things, this is their territory, not ours. Here, I'll show you again. It's so cute. I'm trying to show you here. But anyway, I'm going to show you how to do that. But a great way to just teach your kids, if you're going down to the Cape or the Vineyard and you just want to teach them, just a little bit of awareness, okay, that we didn't have to do a long time ago. So what you're going to do is you're going to take a piece of 8 by 11.5 white paper, and you're going to fold it. Try to fold it normal. I didn't really fold it that great. And on the folded side, okay, you are going to draw the teeth marks like this, okay? I'm going to show you. Like this. Not sure if you can see, okay? I can come up again and show you, okay? I don't mind getting up. It's not a big deal, okay? So on the folded part, see this part opens. On the folded part, you're going to put the teeth, okay? So that's the part that's folded here, and that's the open part. Just put the teeth marks. I'm going to go back over here. You're going to love it. Oh, God, it's so fun. And the kids loved that at school. And they didn't really have to make a shark, because I had one saying, I want to do this. I want to make a neck crocodile. Okay. How do I do it, Mrs. Lombardi? I'm like, I don't know. You're the one that brought it up, so don't ask me, because, you know, that's your creativity going on. So I just know how to do the shark and a bird. But that's it. Otherwise, don't ask me. So then what you do is you take this and you fold it triangular, okay? I'm going to show you. I might even get up and show you again, okay? Because you might have to know, okay? And you can get this all online too. You know, don't worry. It's just kind of fun. So if you can see, I cut into my shark, and then I folded this side triangular and this side triangular. See? Yeah, that's it. And I'll come back. Hold on, okay? Going here. So as we're doing this shark, I thought I'd mention what happens with my back, because, you know, everybody's kind of so nice to me. Of course, you probably could care less, but healthcare is huge. I've had no luck with healthcare. So went to New England Baptist Hospital in Boston and got some serious answers. Nothing wrong with your spine, Dawn. I'm like, what? What do you mean? Oh, yeah, you've been getting injections for nothing. Okay. Kidding me. What's wrong with me? So it's my, oh God, I wish I could say the word. I'm going to say it next time because I can't remember, but it's not my spine. It is something in my spine, and it's called like a, oh, I forgot. But anyway, I went to a muscular guy, and he told me to go to physical therapy, and I'm seeing a personal trainer, I'm sorry, and it's working, and I can't believe it. Oh, God. So this is great for me. So you're going to open it up, and it's going to look like this. And I'm going to show you again. I don't mind, because sometimes it's hard to follow. So now it's going to look like this, see? And then what you're going to do is you're just going to kind of pop this out both sides and fold it. And I'll show you how to do that. So fun. Yeah, so I was so glad, so happy. So basically I need to move more. You know, everybody knows that. And I'm going to figure this out. So it's really nice. This guy did all sorts of crazy stuff, though, with me. See, I'm going to pop this out like this. Watch. And then once you get this, okay, now you have something that is a pop-up, okay? So we went from cutting teeth, you can see it, to opening it up, okay, to folding these two triangles down. See? And you know what? It took me forever. I feel bad for people that label people. You know, when I was a kid, nobody ever said, Dawn, you're ADHD, but there's no doubt about it I was. No doubt. Amongst other things I could have been. And I'm kind of glad. I don't think I want to be labeled. Just leave me alone. You know, if I'm not bothering anybody and I'm nice, why should I have to have a label? So I don't know, but I think I definitely would have been in that category. So if you are in that category and you're a kid and you're watching, don't worry about it. Everybody has to, put you in the category and figure out a new way. And guess what? We're just all kids. It's not a big deal, okay? And if you need extra help, we get it, okay? So now what you do is you take this, okay, and you put it and you glue it to the back of a, just regular color paper. I use pink or red, so it looks like the inside of a mouth, okay? So you're going to glue this to the back of a pink paper, and you're going to get this. So cute. Okay, and then what you're going to do is, hopefully you can see here, because I'm going to draw it now, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw around my triangle. I've got a marker here. A lot of kids, they love markers. I'm going to draw around here, okay? So I'm going to draw around these triangles, okay? You can see, just drawing around that triangle. And then I'm going to add a fin on the top like this, okay? See? Putting a fin on the top. And I'm going to put two fins on the bottom. Everything's rolling around here. I'm going to put a fin there. And then I'm going to put a fin here. And then I'm going to do a tail, okay? And I'll show you how to do the tail. I'm just going to go like this, okay? And make like a pointy triangle, like that, okay? And now he just needs some eyes. And then, you make whatever we want in the little aquarium that he's in, okay? So you can color with what you want. I'm going to go with the gray while that I have it. But I've got a whole pile of things here. And don't worry with your grandkids if you're making something like this, if you don't have a lot of supplies, because I'm just using whatever I grabbed from school. So this is a typical container that I would put on a table for two kids. And I'd say, here you go. And they go crazy. They think that's a lot of supplies. And it is. And I make sure they take great care of them because, you really want to keep these caps on the markers, especially when you have 550 kids like I do. You want to keep these marker caps on. And little kids don't realize that it has to make this noise. Yeah, so they put them on like this. They think it's on, but it's not. So it's got to make that snap. And that's cute. So if you're a kindergarten teacher, if you're going to CCSU, like my kid, he's not going to be a teacher, but if you are, little tricks like this are really fun. And, it's hard to be a teacher. So if you are going to CCSU, I'm an art teacher. I always say I wish I was the gym teacher. Whatever, I'm not. But I always say that because if you think about it, you're teaching first grade, second grade. If you're teaching a grade level until about 6th, 7th grade, where the kids go off to science, they go off to social studies, they go off to math, they go off to reading. A grade school teacher, you're in charge of all that. So sorry, I hope I didn't just make everybody quit the grade school thing, but you have to know, you're in charge of those kids all day, but you have them for reading, writing, math, all of it. So I don't. So I don't have to worry if someone says, what's the square root of this? I'm like, yeah, so I'm going to put some eyeballs on. I'm using black, and I've got, don't forget to leave the white dot of the eye because it's going to make him look more real, okay? So you want to put like a white dot, okay, so that you can kind of, he has some cute little eyes there. You can go over the teeth so that you can see them a little bit better, like this. Okay, and once you're at this point, you wouldn't believe it because kids will just go wild. You can say, oh, no, you're doing it wrong. Nope, you know what? As a grandparent, as a parent, never say, oh, you might want to just make these teeth a little. No, even if the kid starts putting blood on the teeth, it's fine. The shark eats seals, we know, okay? It's not a big deal, but some people, oh, oof, no, you know what? It is an art project. It's supposed to be creative, and you really want the kids to have fun. So if they get a little bonkers with it and they want to do a little blood or a little gore here and there, I mean, that's what they're going to do, okay? So I've got my shark here. He's so cute. And I'm just going to put some stuff in the background, maybe some seaweed and stuff. You can put scary stuff. A lot of kids were making little fish on the side, and they were using scissors and cutting them out and putting the fish in his mouth. And I don't have a problem with that at all. I definitely don't promote violence in my school classroom, but, it is a shark, and this is what they do. And they don't mean to attack people. They attack seals. So I'm just going to put in some seaweed. And if you're watching along, you're going to see, I'm just making these snake-like, here, I'll make one over here so you can see. I'm making like a snake-like, see? It doesn't have to be perfect. Just a snake-like movement like that. And then just make it pointy on the top and just follow it down. Now, if you want to make it look like it has a real hole in it, what you do is you make a hole like this. See that hole? And then you just take another part of it and you just color it in a little like that. See? I think you can see it right there. Okay? And that's going to make it look, like it's kind of see-through. Now, if I have a fish going through my seaweed, I'm going to want to draw the fish kind of going behind it. So you're definitely going to want a pencil if you're going to do this fancy kind of stuff. And, with grandkids and people like that, don't worry, because they might say, I don't want to use a pencil, or I don't want to do this. And they're just going to love the fact that the thing, bites. They're going to love it. They're going to love the whole project, so don't worry about it. So I'm just going to color in. Another thing you might want to know is that a lot of kids think water's blue. A lot. They color the water blue every time. Swimming pools are always blue. Water in the ocean's always blue. The sky's always blue, for that matter. And the kids don't realize that, no. The sky is a reflection of the water. So it's kind of funny. But if you tell them that a water bottle that you drink out of, what color is that? And they say it's clear. And then you say, yes, it's clear. A lot of kids think water's blue and the sky's blue. And, let them think that. And still, when you tell them it's not, let them still have their little imagination and let them make that sky blue. And even if it's raining, and they still make the sky blue, okay? This is why we're supposed to like art and come home to our parents and say that we had a good time in art class today with Mrs. Lombardi. We made these sharks. And Mom, if we ever go to the Cape, and then they're going to say, Mrs. Lombardi told you what? Well, she told us there's sharks at the Cape. What? We're going there this Friday. Is she out of her mind? Well, I don't know. It was the lesson. Okay, so, that's what you got to worry about as a teacher. Just saying. So I'm going to put these little bubbles going from the top of my shark, even though I'm making blue bubbles and water is not blue, but it's just a cartoon here. So I am just making these bubbles, and when I make them, I leave part of them white. Okay, I don't know if you can see that, but I leave part of the bubble white. Just a little spick of it. That's it. Yeah, and it looks like he's kind of doing water bubbles. Now you can also write stuff if you want to, like a cartoon like this. So I'm going to make one of this, and it's just basically you do this. See? So if I wanted him to be saying, Happy Mother's Day. You're so sweet. I just want to take a bite out of you. You can write whatever you want here, okay? And that would be really cool. Like a little caption, okay? So, of course, the water's not blue, but I might make it blue because I really don't want my water white. So I'm going to fill in some of it, and it's going to be blue. And we probably have a ton of time left. I'm not sure. Just a little maybe. But it goes by so fast, and this is a great project you can do with your kids anytime you're on vacation. Really something fun, and plus the shark is very cute. You know, he is cute. It's depending on him how you make his eyes. He's very sweet. Yeah. So while we're wrapping up, we only have 10 minutes left. It's not a ton of time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a little bit of the artwork from my school while we're wrapping up here, because you really can make these cute cards. Don't forget, you can draw on the front and the back, even though it's pink. You can also take another paper, okay? You can take another white paper. It's going to be a little bit of a more heavy card, you know, like those $7.99 ones at CVS. And what you can do is take a glue stick. It's funny because the glue stick company decided to make the glue sticks purple so that you could see the glue when you put it on the paper. And, you know, it's a great idea. Okay, the kids, can see where the purple goes on the paper, but guess what? My kindergartners think it's lipstick because they made the tip of it purple. So I wish I had one in here to show you, because if I have one, I'll show you. Hold on. I might. No, I don't. Anyhow, they made the stick of this purple, and then the little kids, they think it's lipstick. So be careful. But you could take the glue stick and you could put it so that you're going to have, get rid of the pink, and then you have another cover. So you could make it nice and white. Okay? Now, hold on a second. I'm just going to put that cap on. I'm going to show you the little cute shark, and then we're just going to look at some of the artwork from MD Fox. Okay? So I teach at MD Fox in Hartford. It is, if anybody went to, I think it's the old Bulky High. Yeah, Bulky High, I think. It's on the corner of Maple Street and I forgot the crossroad. But anyway, it used to be Bulky High, so anybody that went there, anybody that's my age, 52, I think a little bit older, maybe more like 70 if you went to that school at Berry Square. That's now MD Fox. That's where I work. So a little bit of difference. They're building a new school called Bulky High. It's brand new. I think it's on Wethersfield Avenue, but I could be wrong. I'm not familiar with Hartford, and I don't stick around. I don't know it that well. So yeah, so this was done by a fifth grader. I mean, absolutely gorgeous. I know I just showed you this, and Rich gave me a little break there. Thank you. So if that cuts into our program, thank you. Another kid, no, I don't want to use paint. I don't want to use color. That's fine. I mean, this is a very, very detailed piece, especially for a kid in fifth grade that's, been doing art class online for 3 years in Hartford. Here's another kid. Wonderful drawing, okay? They love anime. So this is a great picture done by a fifth grader. They're getting really good. I think I've given them a lot of confidence. That's how you got to start. Like I said, they've been, having art online with COVID with 24 kids in a little screen with, people jumping around doing whatever they want. And now they're in fifth grade. So you got to think about it. They haven't had art since they were in really second grade. Among Us, very popular. It's not the most greatest thing that you want your kids watching, but this is what the Hartford kids like. So, and not just the Hartford kid, Farmington, they love all this stuff. They're called Among Us. Apparently if they have a knife going on them, then they attack people. Whatever. I don't get too focused on that. We're drawing. So we don't get too focused on that because they do come out with things like this. And I teach them. Let me show you how to do a vase. This is how you do it. Do the boys really want to do a vase of flowers? Not really, but it's okay. Here's another one. Absolutely beautiful. Another vase of flowers, gorgeous. Done by, I think, a fourth grader, but very good detailed. And I've got a lot of great stuff, I have to say, in Hartford. We have great supplies. We have good, my principal's great. My secretary's great. I call her my vice principal. She does everything for us. I'll show you a couple more. And then we'll finish up our shark. We got another girl. This is typical what kids draw when they don't know how to draw. And nothing against you, honey, because she's a sweetheart. And plus, she did a great job. Plus, she got the colors of the rainbow. There's a lot of colors in the rainbow lately. Have you noticed? But we have the red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet. But I just say purple because it's usually indigo violet. But indigo and violet are both purple. Indigo's more red and violet's more blue. But here's a typical drawing that any kid will draw when you say, draw anything you can think of. And this is very typical. A duck. This is not typical for somebody to just whip up a duck walking along with the blue sky and the grass. Not typical, okay? So that's a pretty good picture, especially that she filled the whole thing up. And I didn't tell her to do that, so that's huge. We'll look at a couple more while we're going at it. Here's a cute one someone drew. Typical draw whatever you want on a Friday kind of thing. She put the house up here. She knows what she's talking about. Rich people live on the hill, and poor people live down here. And nobody lives on the ocean without money. So this is a nice little spot she's got up here on the hill. And she's got her boat over here in the water. And then I think she's messed up and got some paint over here on the side. And I just kind of clip it off and make it look pretty. Always sign your name, I tell them. So it's up here in the corner. And we don't usually do last names just because. Okay, we have this one again. Beautiful for somebody that's never drawn a vase of flowers. You start with the oval. And then you go around here, make the big ball. And if it's a see-through vase, you're going to see the stems going through. And if not, you won't. And it's just so much fun teaching art. I'm so glad I'm back with elementary. I did like high school too, though. I did. Okay. So once again, before we wrap up, I'm just going to show you my shark up close. Okay. Very cute to do with your grandkids. Okay. Again, if you want, I have the pink here. You can put another sheet behind it so that you can put a nice card on the front. It's a lot of fun, and it took me a while to figure out how to do this. Okay? I just looked at a little video and tried to figure it out, and it took me forever. So again, if you're a little slow, don't worry. It's fine. Everybody's a little artistic. Everybody's not a little artistic. So I'm so glad you tuned in tonight for the Crack of Dawn. Our next guest is Bill Starr. Hi, Bill. So I met Bill. I told him I was 62, but I'm 52. He told me he was 70-something, so he could have been 80-something. He might have lied like me, but he looked great, and he had a canoe on the back of his car. He had like a Jeep kind of thing. And I said, where are you going? He said, I'm going to go row around. And I was on my way to my new personal trainer. And my personal trainer takes a knife, and he shoves it in between my spine. And anyhow, I was on my way there, and this guy named Bill Starr had his canoe, and he was going down for a row. And he said the whole trick to being old and in good health is exercise. And I thought, oh God, I don't do anything. And he said, well, you got to keep your core fit, which is your tummy muscles, whatever. You got to keep that. I'm like, oh, I don't do any of that. But he said it's very important. So when I went down to my personal trainer, I got this new attitude on life. I'm so glad I'm feeling really good right now. It's been a long time. So Chris, thank you down at Around the Horn. I can't thank you enough. I hope it works. And if it doesn't work, it's not your fault. But thanks for tuning in for the Crack of Dawn. We love it. We've had a great time. Bill Starr and I will be here next. We got Coachy coming on for hockey. Celtics, Jason Tatum, unbelievable 52 points last night to beat the 76ers. That was incredible. And I only know because I had screaming fans in the house, and it was absolutely bonkers. So thanks for tuning in, and I hope you're having fun watching the sports. The NBAs are just coming to close, and happy summer is coming, great weather, and hope you all enjoy yourselves. Call in if you want to be on the Crack of Dawn. I would love it. Bye-bye. Watch out for the sharks. Woo! So you're going to need scissors.
The water's warm at Jaws Pond, and we're stocked full of treasures. Big or small, we buy it all. We buy and sell fast rides, power tools, vintage guitars, and so much more. Walk the plank in style with our fine jewelry, diamonds, and watches. Plus, we have a huge selection of the latest video games, including the new PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. Jaws Pond, conveniently located on Meriden Waterbury Turnpike in Southington and West Main Street in New Britain.